Hey, it's Alslam Music, and in this video, I'll be teaching you how to make a DIY face mask. Here's the basic design of my masks. The design is based off of a quarter of a circle. The radius of the circle determines the width of the mask from ear to ear, and the angle of the circle determines the length from nose to chin. I personally like this design more than the typical medical face masks because they are rounded by nature and fit tighter to the natural curve of your face, such as this. Whereas the typical blue face masks, such as this one, are flat and rectangular by design, and they just seem to be a looser fit. I've been making a lot of these masks for all of my family members, and I currently have 3 different sizes. Small is based off of a circle with a 10-inch diameter or a 5-inch radius. Medium is based off a circle with an 11-inch diameter, and large is based off a circle with a 12-inch diameter. For most adults, medium would be the size to go with, though I'm a bit smaller, so my mask is a 10, and I personally like the way that fits. As a quick size comparison, this is what the size small mask looks like on me, and this one is a size medium. For children's sizes, you might want to go even smaller with a 9-inch or 8-inch diameter circle. This mask design has 2 layers of fabric. The inside liner layer is chiffon, which is a fabric blend of polyester and spandex. I believe the one I have is 93% polyester and 7% spandex. It is a very tightly woven fabric, which is great for keeping out virus particles, yet it's very thin and breathable. Pair this with your cotton print fabric on the outside, and you've got a great double layer mask. If you want even more protection, you can add a second layer of chiffon. Lastly, each mask has an ear loop on each side that are about 9 inches of elastic. Now onto the materials. I will be using a cutting mat, a cutting roller, scissors, pens, my template, which you can find in the description below, chiffon fabric, cotton print fabrics, elastic, mine is 1/8 inch round elastic, a sewing machine, a sewing needle, and thread. First, take the cotton print fabric and flip it over to the back side. I'll be marking on it to trace around the pattern, and it's easier to see without all the color. For this mask, I'll be making an 11-inch size medium mask. My pattern is made of cardboard, so it's nice and sturdy for repeated use. Go ahead and trace around it with a pen, and you'll be needing 2 pieces of this for each mask. Then cut out the 2 quarter circle shapes with either a rolling cutter or scissors, or a combination of both like I did. Repeat that for the chiffon liner. Next, line up the 4 pieces, right sides facing in toward each other. You'll start by sewing the 2 cotton pieces together and the 2 chiffon pieces together. Each of these will be sewn along the round edge only. I added 3 pins on each to hold them in place, then took them over to the sewing machine. Taking it back to the cutting mat, I trimmed off the loose threads and took out the pins. Now, I opened up the pieces I just sewed and put them right sides together. This will make the inside and the outside of the mask when you flip it inside out. I added some more pins to secure it and brought it back over to the sewing machine. This time, I made sure to leave a little opening when I sew the border, so it's not fully enclosed. You need to leave a hole about 1.5 inches long to flip it through. Then again, trim the loose threads and take out the pins. You'll also want to cut off the extra fabric at the corners, so when you flip it inside out, there isn't an excess of fabric there. And now we have the majority of the mask itself done. Next, I'm going to close the inversion hole with hand sewing. I'm going to finish this with a ladder stitch, which is almost invisible from the outside when you finish. Basically, you connect the 2 pieces vertically, and run the next stitch horizontally on the inside of the fabric. When you have all the stitches done and aligned, you pull it tight like a drawstring and the seam disappears. Then finish it off by knotting the thread and trimming the excess. The very last step of making a mask is adding the ear loops. Since I have round elastic, I'm going to sew a little pocket that I can pull it through. Then I'm going to knot it on the ends, which also makes the masks easily adjustable. Though if you have flat elastic, You can sew it directly into the ends of the mask. I'm going to sew the corner of the mask about an inch up to make the pocket, and I'm holding each side with a single pin. Now I have the pocket sewn for the ear loops, and I'm going to measure out the length of elastic for each piece. I'm going to use about 11 inches, which allows for an inch on each side for tying to give me a 9-inch loop. To make these easily adjustable, you can quickly switch out the elastic for a longer or shorter piece, or just where the knot is tied. And with that, I have a customized 2-layer homemade face mask that has a liner layer that's easily breathable and an outside layer that looks really cool. The ear loops you can adjust by tying them looser or tighter, and here's what it looks like on. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you enjoyed what you saw and found it helpful, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this videos with others. Stay safe out there. See you in the next video.